The mathematical theory for nation-centered world map. First, let's get simple. The simple theory. Since 26, I've been researching about the nation-centered world map to understand about the globe, our planet on the map directly, reduce the distortion. Let's think about the XY plane. We have 2 points, XY and X1, Y1. This is a very simple theory. If we go from XY to X1, Y1, we can simply understand about the change, the reformed the position. Mathematically, X plus A equal X1, Y plus B equal Y1. This is very simple. So we understand about the movement of points on XY plane. Let's think about in the circle. It's much more complicated. In circle, let's think about the circle, the round one. And now we understand about the radius. We know about on XY on circle, and then X1, Y1 on circle as well. This is a simple theory, but we understand about in the circle. How can we understand about the movement of from XY to X1, Y1 on circle? We know about trigonometry. Trigonometry is the angle of movement. So it's simply, and then we know like a tangent, and we understand about and the point. We have tangent theta equal y divided x. Y divided x. So tangent. Then we can get a theta. We understand about the x and y with trigonometry, and then the sine theta equal y, and cosine theta equal x. So we understand about sine theta, cosine theta will be changed. Sine gamma to cosine gamma. The movement of the angle, and also the angle is how move. For example, we think about 0, 0 from XY plane, and then we go for from 0 to 90 degree, and 0 to 90 degree, and then it will be one plane of all the plus. XY plane is all the plus, and then 90 to 180 degree, and then y plus x minus, and also 180 to 2070 degree, it will be both minus x minus y minus. And then the other, 2072, 0 degree, we go for x plus and y minus. X plus y minus in the place. So, and we understand about, we can calculate about that the reform of xy to x1, y1 on circle is simply we are added about theta plus gamma. This is simply, and for example, xy equal cosine theta sine theta. Then and x1 equal cosine theta plus gamma, y1 equal sine theta plus gamma. The angle of change will be go for xy to x1, y1 on a circle. This is the simple change in the xy. And now I review about the two main events about that xy plane from point to point. And this is simple. From x1, y1 to x1, y1 equal x plus a equal x1, y plus b equal y1. This is simple changed xy plane. But, and then in a circle, and then simply newly in a circle, in mathematically, we use trigonometry, and then xy on circle, we go for xy 2 from xy to x1, y1, and then x equal cosine theta, y equal cosine sine theta. So we go for change to the angle of gamma from x1, y1. We understand about that the point, the angle. We need to know about the angle to change the direction. It might be and simply understand about the number two angle. The angle actually the theory of trigonometry, and then we understand about the position. So it's simply, and we go for here xy from xy to x1, y1 on circle. Simply we go cosine theta sine theta 2 cosine theta plus gamma sine theta plus gamma. This is the movement of the point A to point B on circle. This is mathematics theory. Simply, can you make two point, and then make a theory, explain simply from the XY plane, the point of changes, like the change of point, and then the other is in a circle, the change of the point in a circle, on a circle. Now I can get here. For ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will give you some good one. Would you explain about the change from x1, xy to x1, y1 on xy plane, and the other is on circle from xy to x1, y1 on circle using trigonometry with let's see what AI explain about. Okay. Now I can get us some imaging. Oh, I can get an image. This with the Gemini. ChatGPT asked me money. So I can get a with this content and then copy this. I'll go Gemini. Okay, let's see. So it will create image. So using AI, I can get us some good results about the search, the nation-centered world map. I can get a really easy understanding about it. I'm waiting for the image here. This is a very simple one. Okay, let me see. Click this. I can download it for sharing contents. Now you can see what I'm talking about here. Understanding point movement, the XY plane, and the circle. So we know about XY plane. This is elementary school mathematics. XY plane, and then moving SY to X1, Y1. Go for uh, A to the X line, and go for B to the Y line. Then an X1, Y1 will be calculated. X1 equal X plus A, Y1 plus equals Y plus B. And this is easy mathematics. And then the who know about XY, the idea of XY, then the symbol, and they understand about the change of direction. It's almost elementary school students know about it, or middle school students. Let's think about the circle. This is much more difficult parts, and then learners, and then to understand the point changing, 2 point changing, reverse, and we round here and round the circle, then and we know about the point will be changes x2 y1 and x2 x1 y2 y1. Movement on circle is we understand, we know about the theta, and then and the x equal cosine theta, and then y equal sine theta with the radius. If we change the position and what is gamma. Uh, then a new portion on circle, and then we are adding for theta plus gamma. And then this is newly, and only the theory about that plus and minus, and then the degree about that 0 to 90, 90 to 180, 180 to 270, 270 to 0. So, and then cosine angle and sine angle, we are moving relation about the graph of cosine and sine and sine. We are understand about the theory, and actually I can identify the whole of the circle on sphere or globe. From the great circle, these height is sine and the radius is cosine. The circle is simply the height is sine and radius is cosine. This is important rule because knowing about the position itself and then this is the basic of to understand the nation-centered world map on which any place can be centered in the world map. I download and finish.